So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23. And the Longhorns want to move quickly.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Dropping back, it's Lacey. Looking long. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Third and long right here. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Out wide left, it's Townsend. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I tell you what, we've kind of gotten to the point where we expect QBs to be robots and just never to miss and always put it right on the face mask or right on the numbers. And right there, you could tell he just missed a little bit off, and I guarantee he's tapping his helmet saying, hey, that's my bad.
Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on third and long. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Another incompletion on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keelan Russell. Here comes the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Defense has to stay out of that neutral zone. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. At midfield, he's got room. Breaks into the open. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bama! Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he puts through the extra point. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Making the adjustment. Looking for room. It's Smothers. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Well, I think they were really hoping they'd go in at halftime and get this guy settled down and find a rhythm for him. That has not been the case, though. We're here in the second half. He's just 1 for 7 throwing the football and throws another incompletion. You're really scratching your head now if you're the offensive coordinator because you are digging deep into your playbook trying to find a completion for this guy.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
And these third downs obviously are so crucial, and that's why you call them the money down. But just to get the drive started, man, you get the third down, you get a little bit nervous. Nice job executing, running the football, moving the sticks, and now keeping this drive moving.
Moving the pocket, it's Lacey. Right side, it's Napier. He's going to be out of bounds, but... before he gets it to midfield.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Wants to go up top on second down. Caught. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Trying to squeak through the pile. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Needs it. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly.
They run it, they get the first down, and look at the offense. Right back on the football, ready to crank this tempo up.
Out wide right, it's Townsend. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Looking for a man. It's Lacey. Tight end finds a soft spot. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback changing the play. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
Between the uprights, it's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We kick things off with Boston College, taking on the number 14 team, the Miami Hurricanes. Boston College, setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Right side, it's Bishop. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking downfield, it's Lacey. It's dropped after taking the hit.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Finds his target. Smacks him with the stiff arm. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Anytime a blitz gets home that fast, I'm going to call it a lot, okay? I'm going to use this one time and time again until they find some answers to how we got that linebacker to the quarterback that fast.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Fires to the middle. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. From the red zone, it's Henderson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Trying to barge in. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too, getting the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing, if I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Keeps it himself. The pitch. He's not even going to get close. Knocked out of bounds well behind the 1st down marker. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Now they'll run it to the right here. Runs into a wall. They'll give him one out to the 8.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
Throwing Russell. Pulls it in. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Handoff to the lone back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Stevens. He's past the sticks. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the 4th quarter.
This time, stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Russell got his man, turning it on. The 50, inside the 40, smashes through the tackle. Touchdown tie. He got a step and just dusted the field. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell. Eight straight wins.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with a big play, 68 yards on the touchdown pass. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. He'll be tackled right at the 32, and a pretty good job on the return to set up his offense. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Back to throw, it's Lacey. Under pressure. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Using his legs, it's Henderson. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Longhorns in the hurry-up. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
Got enough for the first down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
A huge gain. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
And the Longhorns will have it first and 10. Back to pass, it's Lacey. Trying to escape and get it himself. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Making the adjustment on the play. Now from inside the red zone. Throws for the tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It's 3rd and 5. Hand off again. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Longhorns go back to work after moving the chains through the air. He's looking to throw. They're all over him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Come on, quarterback. You need to be better in that situation. First and goal scenario, you're not taking a sack. You got to throw that ball away if no one's open.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Rush is on. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
He'll be stopped right there. They kept it on the ground on third and goal, and it did not pay off. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Trying to run, it's Henderson. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Keelan Russell. Buying time to his right. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Snags it on the right. Off and running. Running inside the 20. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, two really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look